But strangely, at this moment, I am actually feeling quite relaxed.
Hey.
Welcome to Working Title, the show where we talk about books, movies, and everything else. So, it is like 9 p.m. right now. I was not planning on recording anything. I still have to fucking edit that one episode. But, at the time of recording, it is March 13th. It's Wednesday. Working Title comes back in 2 days. This will come out Sunday. So, this is very much like a spur of the moment thing, but I had this topic that I really wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this. I also don't have a script, so, I literally just pulled out my computer, grabbed my mic, and started recording. But for those of you who don't know, hi, my name's Ashley Marie. I don't usually talk about music, but it is something that I'm passionate about. I know how to play guitar. I can play piano. I'm a little rusty. And, I am not afraid to jump around and listen to music in my bedroom. But one person in particular that I am a huge fan of his music is TX2. And he is an emo, punk rock, pop punk artist. I really like his music. If you guys are interested, you can check him out on Spotify, YouTube, the works. I would best describe his music as like kind of Green Day-esque with a little bit of Falling in Reverse. But he's not very liked with emo fans, and usually I just ignore those because the emo genre and the rock genre, they're very gatekeepy. I talked about that a little bit in my What Makes Fandoms Toxic episode, but those genres in particular, they are very gatekeepy with their artists, and you see it a lot with artists that are massive deals now weren't really liked at the time because people don't like change. But recently I've been seeing a lot of these TX2 is cringe, why his music sucks and all this shit. And it's really interesting, especially because the one thing that they really like to harp on is his song I Would Hate Me Too, which is a really good song, and arguably, which you can't argue on me, but if you do, you're wrong, it is arguably one of his best. But that song, if you actually sit down and listen to it, is about mental health and depression. And a lot of people like to argue that he's glorifying depression. And, on one hand, I can see where they're coming from. But on the flip side of that, somebody talking about their mental health is not glorifying depression or glorifying self-harm. He's not saying that these things are cool. He's saying this is what I deal with. And I can see where the critics are coming from. Because unless you listen for it, you're not going to pick up on those subtleties. And a lot of times when people hear a super upbeat song, his songs about depression and mental, aside from 6 seconds left, but his songs are usually very upbeat. And normally when people think of depressive music or music about depression, it's a lot of, slower, more sad-like instrumentals, more overt lyrics. And the thing is, he doesn't do that. But, so when people hear these upbeat songs being like, yeah, I want to fucking die, it can come across as glorifying depression. I have to double check, because I want to say it was Black Sabbath. I could be wrong. But there's this song that, hold on. Let's see. Suicide Solution. Okay, yeah, so Ozzy Osbourne released a song called Suicide Solution. And I'm trying to figure... Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, Osbourne said in 1991 that the song is about the alcohol-related death of AC/DC's Bon Scott in 1980. But Bob Daisley revealed in 2002 that he had Osbourne himself in mind when he wrote the lyrics. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I never knew that. But, in the mid to late 80s, Ozzy Osbourne released a song called Suicide Solution. And that song got a lot of criticism at the time because of the death of a boy. And his parents claimed that he was listening to Black Sabbath and basically tried to blame Ozzy Osbourne for the death of this child. Because of his song Suicide Solution. They took it as Ozzy encouraging suicide, when that's not what it is. And I do recommend that you listen to that song. Any bands, any music I mentioned, please go listen to it, because I just think it's important for understanding my point. Also, like, it's really good. But, like, it comes back to what I was saying of when people hear songs about depression, about mental health and suicide, and it's more upbeat, you know, more in line with the artist's original style, a lot of people will take that as encouraging these things or glorifying them when it just isn't. And it's unfortunate that that just goes over people's heads a lot of the times, but that's what it is. Sorry, I have music playing and music video for Hollywood Ending is so fucking weird at times. I love Sinners in the City so much, but like, oh, this music video is just beautiful. It reminds me of Knives and Pens by Black Veil Brides. I just like went off on a whole tangent there. This is why I have scripts, to avoid this. But yeah, that, like, I have so many opinions, and it, you know, I'm a fan of TX2, and I clearly have a bias. I can admit where my bias is, but it annoys me to no end. One of my friends does not like TX2. Honestly, I'm kind of convinced he hates him. But one of the things he brings up a lot is TX2 isn't real emo. And it annoys me to no end. Because, you know, emo has changed so much. And it's really hard to pinpoint what is and isn't emo, because it is such a broad genre. But I think calling him fake emo, or saying that, you know, he's profiting off of this, like, I don't know, it irks me. Oh my god, Blackie! I don't have a doorknob on my bedroom door, so I have to put a statue in front of it when I want to keep the cats out, and he is trying to push my door open. You're not coming in right now. No! I don't think you guys can hear him. You're not coming in here right now. I will let you in a little bit. I don't know if he's still out there. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But, so when people say that he's not really emo, or he's just profiting off of the emo style, it really irks me. Because, like, it's one thing to say, oh, I don't like this person, whatever. You know, there are plenty of artists that I don't like, and I viscerally do not like them. But to call them posers, just, I don't know, it seems wild to me. And to go back to he's profiting off of this point, yeah, no shit. Welcome to the music industry. It's all about fucking money. The only difference is there is actually some authenticity here. Now, again, I have a bias. I follow TX2 on fucking everything. I'm in his Discord, for Christ's sake. Like, I have actually talked to this man in voice chats. And, you know, he means it. Now, maybe I just am bad at reading people. Maybe he's a perfect liar. Who knows? But from what I have seen, this is genuine. And I hate the gatekeeping so much. And I hate putting people down who like his music. I am not emo. I have never claimed to be. But I am a huge fan of the music. It was one of my friends who got me into it, you know, with My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. So, I know... I hate the gatekeeping. Ultimately, that is what it comes down to. Music fans, particularly rock and punk fans, are very gatekeepy. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And yeah, maybe what he's doing isn't revolutionary, you know, but he's just starting out. In a sense, he's been doing this for a couple years, but he has just started to blow up. So there is still that kind of learning curve and finding his footing. Falling in Reverse, you probably could have said the same thing about them back then. AC/DC, Queen, none of them started by breaking barriers. That was something that came after they became established. So I think putting him down and saying don't support him is going too far. Because the only way he will have the chance to break barriers is by letting him grow. So that was what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, this will be out on Sunday. Working Title comes back Friday with the YouTube video coming out on Saturday. So it is just a weekend of Working Title. Thank you for listening to my little tangent. I hope you enjoyed. I have plans coming up. I'm going to be releasing an episode every month. I'm going to be doing something for June because Pride Month and I have to, you know, I have a moral obligation to. But July and August I will be taking off. And then, so I have a couple reviews coming up. Some book reviews, a possible scam. Maybe I will get back to you on that. I still have to look into it. But thank you so much for being here. This September marks 3 years that I've been doing this podcast, which is crazy to me. I can't believe I've managed to stick to it for this long. And, you know, there's been some ups and downs, but I think we are at a place now where I can do this consistently. And I'm just, thank you for being here. If you've been here from the beginning, if you're just getting here now, thank you, because I really appreciate the support. And until next time, peace out. On to the next one, bitches!